Good Saturday morning, everyone. Taking a live look out over the Bow Mountain right now. Looking stunning, but we got a little bit of those clouds over there on the horizon. Let that be a snapshot of all the things that are coming our way in the next couple of days. We're on a roller coaster.
I know. Typical Colorado weather. We're gonna have upper 60s today, and then snow's gonna make its way in. But we'll enjoy the sun while we have it, Ed.
That's right. It's going to be a very nice day today. A really good Saturday, kind of a split weekend. 60s today, almost near 70 in some locations out on the Eastern Plains. Then we get into the 50s. Then the snow comes our way. And take a look at this. Surprise, surprise, we have a winter weather advisory out for some mountain locations. Take a look at this in springtime. Winter weather advisory goes midnight tonight until Monday at 6 a.m. 6 to 14 inches of snow could fall in those shaded areas. But for us, right now, we've got 34 degrees in Denver, 20s and 30s east and for the high country. And look at the 40s to near 50 degrees over on the western slope. So today, partly cloudy skies, 67 degrees, chance for a few late showers. Then for tomorrow, cloudy, cooler. Rain changes over to snow as the day goes on. I think around 1 or 2 o'clock, it's rain, then changes over to snow as we surge that cold air in. And then overnight, Sunday into Monday morning, 1 to 3 inches of snow could fall. But keep in mind, the ground is relatively warm. Not going to be nearly what our last system was a week ago, but we will see that slushy snow once again. Monday, just lingering snow showers and 39, 47 on Tuesday with partly cloudy skies, 54 on your Wednesday, and there's Thursday, 63 degrees and partly cloudy.
Thanks so much for that, Ed. We do have a traffic alert for you this weekend. A portion of Broadway is closing in Adams County. CDOT says they're removing and replacing metal pipe that's just north of 62nd Avenue and Broadway. This is just west of I-25 in the North Washington area. Today, that portion of Broadway will be shut down. Detours are in place and expected to add about 7 minutes to your drive. They're hoping to finish that work this weekend.
Aurora police say they have arrested a Denver police officer. Ramon Young was taken into custody on 2 counts of domestic violence-related harassment. According to an affidavit, the counts are for harassing his ex-girlfriend. Young has been with DPD since 2013 and was most recently assigned as an officer within the patrol division. For now, Young will be in a non-patrol role. Aurora police are handling the criminal investigation.
New this morning, ISIS is now claiming responsibility for the attack in Moscow in Russia at a concert hall that has now killed at least 115 people. 11 people have now been detained. Russian investigators say 4 of those people who were arrested were the gunmen. Investigators say they broke into that concert hall, opened fire, and then set the venue on fire. All of this happened when as many as 9,000 people were set to show up for a sold-out concert by a popular rock band. ISIS has claimed responsibility, but at this point has not provided proof. Meanwhile, U.S. officials confirmed that they did gather intelligence about this attack for months and reportedly shared this information with Russia back on March 7th. Right now, the attack is being investigated as terrorism, and the attack is the deadliest in Russia in years.
Princess Kate of Wales announced she has cancer and is undergoing chemotherapy. She broke her silence after weeks of speculation over her health. The 42-year-old was in the hospital for almost 2 weeks after having major abdominal surgery in January. In a video message, Kate says the doctors found cancer, and right now she is going through chemo. She didn't say what type of cancer. She says she did not announce the news right away to protect her children.
As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. But most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte, and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay.
Kate also had a message for people affected by cancer, saying, quote, "Please do not lose faith or hope. You are not alone."
Well, the House left for its 2-week Easter recess without passing critical military aid for Ukraine. Speaker Mike Johnson said he wanted to finish funding the government before turning attention to foreign aid for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Now, speaking of, President Biden is expected to sign a massive $1.2 trillion federal government funding package. The Senate passed it early this morning, breaching the midnight deadline, but then ultimately avoided a partial government shutdown. The measure will fund a number of critical government operations, including the Departments of Defense, Homeland Security, Labor, Health and Human Services, Education, State and Legislative branch as well.
A math error on federal student aid applications could further delay some students' college decisions. The Department of Education said it impacts several 100,000 FAFSA forms, which could impact students' ability to choose which college they can afford to attend. Now, this is the latest holdup in the FAFSA process just this year. Typically, colleges send financial aid award letters in March and then request the decision by May. Now, many colleges have delayed that timeline. As the weather starts to warm up, you may start to see another telltale sign of spring for sale signs around the state.
Okay, that's going to be a change after the last couple of months. As we are moving into the start of the traditional home buying season, our Jennifer Meckles has an update on one of the biggest factors in the process. Of course, we're talking about interest rates.
When the sun comes out, so do the for sale signs. But across the Denver metro, home buying and selling has actually been ramping up for months now.
But a little bit of the crazy part is we've seen prices go up both in January and February. So there's some more options for buyers while prices have actually gone up as well.
Andrew Abrams,
I'm already swamped, so it's great,
is a realtor and part of the Denver Metro Association of Realtors team, which tracks industry trends like interest rates, mortgage rates, and the Fed.
The Fed rate certainly has an impact on the 30-year mortgage, and while it's not a direct correlation, it definitely has an impact.
The Federal Reserve again this week announced it will hold interest rates steady, but suggested 3 rate cuts could come sometime this year.
The Federal Reserve doesn't really do these things. It does not tell us for the plan for the whole year. So that is, in a way, it is an unusual step.
A step, says MSU Denver professor of economics Kishore Kulkarni, that gives the market something it likes, a little stability, perhaps.
And a reduction in interest rate means a nice opportunity to borrow more and do more things with the money.
The question is still when, and Powell did mention that there would be those 3 rate drops, and I think that is what people are talking about.
Hard to predict the future.
We all love to talk, and I think if you got 10 realtors in a room, you'd probably have 11 opinions.
But Abrams says the real estate industry expects mortgage rates will drop this year too. He guesses buyers will face this big question.
Do you buy now? One, it's a little less competition or interest rates go down, and then there's more competition. Is that actually more beneficial, even though your payment's a little bit less today?
Yeah.
So if the rates drop later this year, say let's summertime maybe, that is traditionally when the buying season starts to end. A mid-year rate change could mean a late surge of sales or jump in home prices if suddenly more people can afford to get into the game.
No one is waking up a millionaire this morning. The Mega Millions still has no winner. In case you missed it, those numbers were 3, 8, 31, 35, 44, and 16. The Mega Millions jackpot prize is now sitting at $1.1 billion. There hasn't been a Mega Millions jackpot winner since December 8th. The next Mega Millions drawing is Tuesday night if you're feeling lucky.
Starting next ski season, you are going to need to start to pay to park at A-Basin. The resort says it's to enhance the guest experience, also reduce congestion on Highway 6. Parking reservations will cost $20 a car. They'll also sell a limited number of parking season passes for $150. For cars with 4 or more people, you will still have to make a reservation, but it's still going to be free.
Skiers and snowboarders have a couple more weeks to enjoy spring skiing, but the season, of course, is winding down. Closures on some of the big resorts start early next month. Keystone, Telluride, and Crested Butte, they're shutting down April 7th. The following week, Beaver Creek, Eldora, and Monarch are calling it a season. April 21st is when Aspen, Steamboat, Vail, and part of Breck will shut down.
A library in Evans got a pretty big surprise this week. A book that was checked out in 1987 showed up in the return bin at Riverside Library. It's called Psychedelics.
Okay.
The library isn't sure who returned the book, but whoever it was definitely had a sense of humor.
So this was the note we first saw saying, "Sorry so late. It's been a long, strange trip," with a smiley face. Of course, nodding to the book, but we, of course, got a real chuckle out of that.
The library stopped charging late fees in 2015, but the fees would have added up to about $1,300. I don't know why I thought it would be more than that.
Yeah, I thought
it's
it'd be
a long
lot
time.
More. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad they have the book back.
Got the book back. Okay.